Ladies and gentlemen, the current is back.
It's been about a year since you last saw us.
And as you can tell, there are some new faces.
And some new places.
I'm Graham Hunt.
And I'm Emma Hunter.
And this is the December edition of The Current, a new show produced by South Elgin Senior's very own Beacon Academy.
We've been hard at work over these past few months to finally bring you all the best content.
So, here's what we've got coming up.
We'll start off by checking in on what South Elgin High School students have been up to lately.
Then, we'll take a look at swords, fighting, and medieval training with Olivia.
As well as finding a safe space in an unassuming place.
After learning some interesting information about a classic decoration,
we'll excitedly head into the holiday season by jumping on the Polar Express.
Finding the true power of light in Mooseheart, then discovering what might be impacting your shopping cart.
And last but not least, we'll deep dive into a song that has stole all of our hearts.
All this and more coming up on The Current.
It's been a while since we last took a look at what South Elgin students were up to. So to kick off our show, Evan de Guzman talks to the founder of the chess team.
Cullen Watt is a junior at South Elgin High School. While he spends his time doing his homework and studying in classes, there is something else that Cullen has started that's beginning to take the school by storm.
Checkmate. So I started the chess club at South Elgin High School. I originally started playing chess when I was like 7 years old. Coming into freshman year, I started playing a lot more. And then when a couple friends talked to me and were like, oh, why don't we play after school one day? I was like, okay, well, how about we just start a club? And especially when we do practices, it's not a super serious thing. We'll do it once a week. It's just play and have fun. I definitely think the chess club and the team has grown into more of a community, you know? It's kind of cool as someone who started the club and to see now people are asking hey, let's play after school on days that we don't even have practice. It's like being there for your teammates and stuff. It's really fun.
According to Cullen, once chess gets competitive, it's a whole other story. The team has already proven that chess can be a very serious matter.
It actually wasn't my idea to dress up for the game. It was actually one of our members, Ryan, and he had said, oh, why don't we dress up and try and intimidate them, going into Bartlett especially, because Bartlett's our rival, yeah. So when you're getting on the bus, it's all hype and stuff, but then I told the guys, the second we step in there, it's straight face, it's all business. We're trying to win, we're trying to be competitive. Chess can definitely be related to life, for sure. With chess, it's a lot of critical thinking, and that obviously helps you a lot in life, to be able to look at a chess position and say, oh, this is happening, this is what I want to do, this is what he wants to do. I could definitely see how it's impacting people for the better. I've seen more and more one person will play and then it's oh, what are you playing? Oh, I'm playing chess. Oh, let's play. You know what I mean? And then that catches on. It's an exponential thing. So it's really cool to see people who I would wait, what? They're playing chess? And it's oh, that's awesome. Because their friend got them into it, you know what I mean? So it's really cool to see how we're normalizing it now in our community, in our school. It's much bigger than chess. It's always much bigger than chess. It's about playing with friends, using your brain, critical thinking, intuition, and just having fun.
Thanks, Evan. It's great to reconnect with the interests of South Elgin students. Next up, Olivia Jakubas brings us back to the medieval times.
Located in Chicago, Foretesia Fitness is open to give a unique historic workout experience. Come here and explore a variety of martial arts ranging from medieval to Renaissance swordsmanship, dagger play, and wrestling. There's something for everyone, from the novel beginners to the most experienced of knights.
A lot of people don't know how to ride horses. They don't know how to do any of those sort of physical activities. So we had to design the curriculum from the ground up to assume that adults have come in without any background. So we start people in what we call a taster class, or a taste of the knightly arts class, where we're going to teach them how to hold the sword. We're going to teach them a little bit of the history of the weapon. And then once they get through that class, they have enough of fundamentals that they can move on to our regular classes that occur during the week and on the weekends. And then all of those students, when they move on, in addition to the sword, they will start adding wrestling and dagger training. So very much like martial arts have their belt ranks, we have these different ranks that come down to us from the 1500s.
Stepping into the studio, it feels like you're being transported back in time, with swords, shields, and suits of armor covering every inch. Foretesia is not only a place to achieve your fitness goals, but it's also like being in a museum, spreading knowledge of medieval arts.
Martial arts are a lot of hard work, but it's really rewarding. And whether it's this martial art or a different one of the most amazing things about our studio is that you meet people you'd never meet otherwise. These sorts of things really make you learn a lot about the people you interact with and a lot about yourself. And there's not a lot of things we do today that are like that.
You know, I think I want one of those halberds for Christmas.
Anyways, Katie will show us a safe place for a mental health check-in, where you also might just be able to get a new hairstyle.
It is very difficult to go to bed at night and think how many people want to commit suicide. It's something that people don't talk about. Libna Perez, and I am a hairstylist. I always knew I wanted to do it, but it wasn't until I had all 4 daughters and was always doing their hair where the passion came out even more. So I am certified to do different, work with different color lines. I'm certified with Keratin Complex to do keratin treatments. I'm certified in many different cutting techniques as well. I'm certified in sexual harassment. I'm able to see and notice when a client is being sexually abused, especially in children. It's not something that people really like to talk about. I'm also certified in domestic violence. There's a lot of women that suffer domestic violence at home, their husbands. There's less husbands that suffer from domestic abuse, but there are some. That takes a big toll on me. There's so many children, so many people suffering mental disorders, things like self-harming themselves, low self-esteem. Not only do I listen, which is something that a lot of stylists don't do, I'm able to apply what I see with so many people and try to guide them and teach them that everything comes down to you loving yourself. Especially when I have people that come for little trims. They come for a haircut and they want this much cut off. And with time, as they get to know me and they start feeling confident, they start playing with different styles. They start going shorter, going longer, adding layers, adding bangs, curtain bangs, and color. And that is a way of them expressing themselves and coming out of their shells.
Thanks, Katie. You know, that serves as a great reminder to check in on friends and family this holiday season.
Speaking of the holiday season, have you ever wondered why pine trees stay green year-round? Or why their needles don't fall off in the winter like other leaves? Well, Mark is here to answer our questions.
As December rolls in, winter is in full effect, and the plants are feeling it. Look anywhere outside and you'll see rotting leaves, bare bark, dead gardens, and wait, lush green leaves? The more I think about it, the more I don't understand. What allows some of these plants to survive and carry on like normal during winter while everything around them just simply dies? A common misconception about fall is that the wind and cold causes the leaves to fall. The truth, according to Dr. Peter Raven of Missouri's Botanical Garden, is that trees actually cut off their own leaves during fall using abscission cells.
You'll see a little thin, bumpy line. If you had a microscope, it would show you cells pushing that leaf away from the branch.
Why would they cast away their own leaves? They do this to preserve the moisture the tree has in order for the entire tree to survive, since water is scarce during winter. Evergreen trees and shrubs have special leaves that are extremely compact, meaning they can store much more moisture compared to a regular tree. This makes that needle shape we all know from our Christmas trees, but it also removes the need for the tree to cut the leaves off, allowing for beautiful green trees to remain in nature even in freezing temperatures.
Just watching that story made me feel cold.
Well, the upside of the freezing cold temperatures is that it's a sure sign of the holidays. You know what else is a sure sign of the holidays? Holiday stories. Michelle will show us how the Fox River Trolley Museum has brought a beloved story to life.
Have you ever wanted to be part of your favorite holiday movie? With countless of the events coming to life this winter season, an example of this is the Polar Express train ride. Held right here in South Elgin, it's open to plenty of family members and friends for you to experience the magical train ride firsthand.
To make this event happen, I had the chance to interview an actor named Jonah to discover what exactly this holiday train ride is about and their part in making it successful.
This is the Polar Express based on the movie. We have the chefs, obviously, and then we have some actors. So I play the hobo. We've got the hero boy and then the actor conductors, and basically just reenact the scenes of the Polar Express and give them the experience on the train. I think the main purpose is to give like the Christmas spirit. That's like literally it. The joy to the children. They love it. You can see on their faces, and it's such a fun job to like, give the spirit to those kids. Well, I did 3 years ago. So the training then was watching the movie. I mean, obviously looking over the monologue, understanding the character. It's nice because you can see the character on a movie, so you understand the character from that point of view. and then you can kind of add your own twist or personality to it. So I mean, just looking at that for sure. I play the hobo or the bum. I think this role is pretty great because it's not really quite defined. I mean, you don't really know who he is. It's a figment of imagination almost, but you don't know if he's some Christmas spirit or anything. Maybe that's what I can play around with a lot because it doesn't have an exact role to stay with. So
I also had the chance to get a message from another actor, Dorothea.
I would say this is an amazing show and many people should come to it because the actors love performing in it and we would love to see you all here.
As we have seen, this event is meant to make dreams come true. The Polar Express holiday train ride is open to anyone of any age, so don't miss out your chance to experience this magical train ride firsthand here in South Elgin.
With that being said, here's a surprise from Santa himself.
Ho, 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 ho. Oh, Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you're having a beautiful season. I hope you'll come see me soon at Polar Express at the North Pole, all right? Merry Christmas.
Oh my gosh, can you believe that we just got a special message from Santa?
This time of year is always filled with special surprises, and the Mooseheart Light Show is the perfect example of holiday cheer.
With Christmas trees and lights reappearing from their year-long hiatus, there's no mistaking that it's the most wonderful time of the year. And after a long period of no festivities due to the pandemic, what better way to put you in the holiday spirit than a drive-through light show? The Mooseheart community in Mooseheart, Illinois, near Batavia, has a spectacular light display. It is one of Chicagoland's largest light displays, running about 1.8 miles with over 80 displays to view. The display is up for enjoyment, along with the opportunity to drop off a letter to Santa now through Friday, December 31st, running 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily. While Mooseheart has one of the best light displays around, that's not the only thing they are known for. The Mooseheart Child City and School is actually a place for youth with unavailable families to live and be educated. Through the generosity of donations and volunteers, children are able to live in a safe and homely community with spacious houses, schools, and even sports facilities. The youth learn important life skills and are given the opportunity to succeed. So this holiday season, if you're looking for something to do, visit Mooseheart to not only see an amazing light display, but to give back.
Thanks, Allison. That really put me in the spirit of giving.
Now, we'll take a pause in the show for some flash trivia. What is the highest grossing Christmas song of all time? Darlene Love's Baby Please Come Home, Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You, Wham's Last Christmas, Bing Crosby, A White Christmas, or Brenda Lee's Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree? While you guys mull over that question, have you started your Christmas shopping, Emma?
Yeah, have you?
No, not yet.
Well, you might want to get started on that soon, as Angelina tells us why.
It's that time of year where stores are starting to look festive for the holiday season. Being one of the busiest times of the year, a lot of work goes into preparing for customers to have what they need at their hands. Meijer, being a well-rounded store, I got to learn exactly how they prep for this busy season.
Preparations for the holidays really start at my level back in September. We'll have our store director seminar where we'll go over ads, product placement, what the hot items are going to be. They try and secure product, looking back all the way to May, all the way for the holidays in December, because that's where we have to start working with other countries and then shipping and exporting. And you realize this year is kind of tough with the docks, so it was harder more now to procure items to have this holiday season than ever before.
As we know, COVID-19 has delayed the production of items, making it more difficult to find what we need from stores or online. This may become stressful as stores fill up with people shopping for holiday dinners or gifts. So how do we ensure we can get what we are looking for?
The main thing for anyone to have a positive shopping experience is they should start early shopping. That last minute shopper that you really want to try and take care of or make someone's holiday, that becomes the thing like, oh, you've ruined my holiday. No, I'm not trying to ruin anyone's holiday. Sometimes you need to plan a little bit better. So a lot of it is just, planning ahead, knowing what you want to get and picking what you truly want to get.
While you're shopping this holiday season, be sure to be mindful of others trying to get everything on their list. From Storm News, I'm Angelina Bonner.
Thanks for the insight, Angelina. It looks like I'm going shopping after this.
The results are in on the flash quiz. It looks like Mariah Carey, no surprise, takes the cake at number 1. And Andrea takes us on a trip to quiz the school community on their favorite Christmas song.
As the trees become bare and Thanksgiving decorations come down, a new tune begins to swiftly creep in. All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey seems to be everywhere and has been ranked at the higher end of people's Christmas song checklist. That actually wasn't always the case upon its release in 1994. Within the past decade, the popularity of the song has skyrocketed, still increasing every year, with streams in 2020 at 194 million and with 32 million this year already as of early November. These streams account for $1.9 million based off of the Apple and Spotify's average play rates. A report in The Economist from 2017 says that All I Want for Christmas Is You in the U.S. alone has provided a revenue that accounted for $60 million between 1994 and 2016, meaning its net average is approximately $2.6 million a year, not including streams. So at the end of this, Carey's hit song can account for $4.5 million in revenue. And in this year's Billboard Top 100 Best Christmas Songs of All Time, the number one spot goes to Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. So to see the popularity of this song in real time, I took to the halls of SEHS to ask people, what is your favorite Christmas song?
That's a good question. It's Sleigh Bells.
I think it would be All I Want for Christmas, definitely. Mariah Carey.
What is your favorite Christmas song?
Last Christmas.
All I Want for Christmas, Mariah Carey.
My favorite Christmas song is probably White Christmas, honestly.
Any Christmas song that is not sung by Mariah Carey.
What is your favorite Christmas song?
All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Santa Tell Me by Ariana Grande.
No, maybe like something like Frank Sinatra or something.
All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey.
Have a holly jolly Christmas.
Mine's also Holly Jolly Christmas.
Whether you enjoy Mariah Carey's hit song, Jingle Bells, Frank Sinatra, or none of these Christmas songs at all, remember to have a great holiday season.
What a great way to wrap up this edition of The Current.
We thank you all for watching, and we hope to see you next time.
I'm Graham Hunt.
And I'm Emma Hunter.
And you're watching The Current.